You're coming through. You got it, baby.
Now into the huddle with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz.
It is a joyous day. I love your show.
From the Emerald Coast to the edge of the atmosphere.
You gentlemen lift us up every day.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
What it do, people? It's the homie Lil Cash. Right now you tuned in with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. The hottest sports show in the South. Let's go. Cause Lil Cash with another hit with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. Where they talk trash and they talk ish. When it comes to sports, man, they too legit. It's 104.3 ESPN. If you love sports, better chime in. NFL, college, local sports, they got it. NBA, they got it. Sports Blitz, the top. The show hottest wasabi. Better tune in and go watch it. Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. If you even tried, you can't stop it. Bone Crusher gon' pop it. No Jeff gon' pop it. Go like, comment, subscribe, and share. Right now.
It's Tuesday, and you're locked into 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. This is the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson, and we're so glad that you joined us today on this beautiful day in Panama City Beach. The Braves will not be playing tonight. They got the old rain out up in Atlanta, so they will be playing a doubleheader tomorrow. We'll let you know on that as far as we know. Tomorrow we'll be talking about it. So either way, you want to be a part of this show, no problem. Tropical Spas and Pool phone line, 850-215-6290 is the way you call in. As always, on a Tuesday, got Jeffro. Some call him Jet, but we're calling him Jeffrey. How you doing today, Jeffrey?
I'm doing good. I just found out there's a new thing about July 28th.
What's that?
Apparently the Longhorns are up on the Sooners 28-7 5 years ago, and guess who choked?
Who?
The Longhorns.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
28-7 lead.
Wow.
So the Saints have a thing on the Falcons, and it's 3/28 every what is that? March 28th.
March 28th. Yeah.
They celebrate the Falcons blowing it in the Super Bowl when they were up on the Patriots in the third quarter.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Toxic.
Yeah, only the toxic Saints fans would celebrate a day like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, apparently the Sooners are now doing it on Longhorns, so it's kind of funny.
the Falcons fans don't spend that much time thinking about it.
I
as the
know.
Saints
They don't
do.
think about it at all.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're
that's
just happy to be there.
They
Yeah.
really do have more hate for the Falcons than anybody else in the entire NFL.
And I don't understand it. I mean, I get it's because it's close and they're in the same division, all that, but still.
Then there's New Orleans people that moved to Atlanta.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's the connection right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's always good to have you, Bone Crusher. I don't care if Jeffrey's trying to kill you right out the gate, but glad to have you here today and
Great
glad
to be
you're having.
here. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we're going to start this out. This is kind of crazy. I know this is probably not going to be your favorite part of the show, but it's going to be the initial part of the show. It's going to be questionnaire based, but we're going to talk about it. Yesterday, it's kind of caught some traction. Obviously, a lot of Florida Gator fans here in the Panhandle. John Summerall's wife, Jenny Summerall, was talking to a reporter, was talking about, her husband and just, because he's this guy that he's an all football guy. And if you love football, you'll like John Summerall. And if he's tough and he's played linebacker in the SEC and he's a big old, ready to go, right? Everybody's pumped up about John Summerall.
He played in the SEC as a linebacker?
Yeah, he played at Kentucky.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yes, you did. The later Gator hater coming out in you. So either way, they began to say, well, what's something that we didn't know or something that John enjoys or something like that? And come to find out, Coach John Summerall, as tough and as rough as he is, the number one thing she said is he absolutely loves pedicures. And he does those all the time. And so my question to you, Jeffrey, is do you do pedicures?
I do not do pedicures.
What? Oh, my gosh. Bone
I
Crusher?
bet his feet are immaculate.
Who's, Jeff's or mine?
I bet you could eat off Jeff's feet.
Oh,
That's
gross.
disgusting.
Nasty.
That's absolutely disgusting. Who would even think of that? This is going sideways. This is not how I planned for this schedule to go. Bone Crusher, you ever had a pedicure?
No, I have not.
Okay. All right. Well,
So you want the truth?
I know you.
You can't handle the truth.
I know you've had a pedicure.
I've
Don't
had
lie.
one pedicure.
I
my
knew
whole
it.
entire
I knew
life,
it.
yeah.
I knew it.
And actually, part of the reason why I went and got it was because I was having a problem with a toenail digging into the skin, and they sculpted it to where it wasn't going to be digging in and get infected. And that's my pedicure story.
Okay.
Yeah.
What nail polish did you use?
What? No, not even clear. Yeah, that's weird.
Okay, so I've never had a pedicure.
Never had a pedicure?
I've never had a pedicure in my life.
What about a professional massage? Because I'm not saying it's on kind of the same level, but it's kind of a thing.
Yeah. Never had a massage.
Never
outside
had a
of my
professional
wife.
massage.
That's right.
Wow.
Have you?
I have had one professional massage. Yes.
So you're like this. You try everything once, right? So
And then
I
I'm
get
done.
it. Bone crusher, professional massage.
Many, yes.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Oh.
Well-
no, I bet his back is so soft. I have no idea.
It was his wife's friend. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. But the other thing is, like, they've got new things out where when you go to, like, they'll let the fish, like, you put your feet in like a fish
Eat the
aquarium.
dead skin off
And
your-
the fish eats the dead skin off. I've never done that. Have you done that?
No, not done that.
You
no.
probably will one day. What about you?
I'd
Bo?
love to try. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I just thought it was kind of. Does that kind of shock you that John Summerall is a pedicure
there's a
guy?
difference between getting a pedicure and really enjoying it and going every 2 weeks. And
Right.
that's what he's doing every 2
Yeah,
weeks.
his wife said he really enjoys it.
Really
Something that he
enjoys
does, and so yeah, there
Well,
you go.
some
Gator
people have
fans.
bad feet, and,
Yeah.
and maybe they have aches and pains in their feet. And then I would never do acupuncture. That's another thing. I would never do acupuncture.
What about
ever.
the suction where you got the little circles all over your body? You've seen those
No.
the athletes, they get the suction cups and they do that, and it's supposedly to help your help your muscles.
But there's another thing where I forget what they even call this, but they put pads on your muscles and they send electrical pulses through your muscles and it relaxes you. Yeah, that's awesome right there.
Unit.
Yeah,
TENS unit. That's it.
that's
I got
right.
one.
There you go.
I had that when I was trying to lift too much weight in college, and they hooked up the TENS unit to me, and I had no idea. They told me what it was, and then they hooked it up, and then I was like, oh my goodness,
Whoa,
like
whoa.
my eyes lit up, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. Yes, I need one of these.
Marry me and call me Lois.
I know. I was like,
That's what you were saying.
the LSU Recreational Center.
That's right.
There
Oh,
for
wow.
you.
Wow. But yeah, I just thought that was a great way to start the show. I thought it was kind of unique. I'm sure those guys.
But we
that do
don't
this
agree
stuff-
with it. We all agree, Paul. We're not all thinking that this guy's a tough guy and he's all into pedicures. Kind of.
Oh wow.
I guess there's something weird about everybody, right?
Yeah.
And some more than others.
I'm sure.
If I had that kind of money, I'd be getting massages, pedicures, all of it every day.
Yeah, I would.
He'd be a pretty boy.
I'd be a fancy
Really?
man.
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah.
What is it they asked? Not Steph Curry's Splash brother, Klay Thompson. They asked him something about his suit or whatever, and he said, "I feel pretty."
I
You
don't
hear-
know.
You never
No.
seen that clip?
No.
Yeah, he said, "I feel pretty," and then Kevin Hart was there, and he just had to clown on him. It was hilarious.
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. But yeah, so there you go, Coach John Summerall. Next time we have him on the show, I'm gonna ask him about his pedicures if he enjoys
No,
them.
do not.
Yes, I will. I'll write that down and put it on there. Definitely gonna do that. Let's talk about it. Let's jump into it. Obviously, last night the Braves. Oh man, it just was horrible. Fell off.
What was the final score?
Uh,
Was it 8-3 or what was it?
No, not
It was
even
worse
close.
than that, huh?
Yeah, it was way worse than that.
15-4? What
I
are we
think it was
talking
like
here?
I think it was 15-4. Yeah. So just a bad deal.
But it's just one game.
I know, but still, it
it's the
just
Mets.
was really bad.
the
It was
Mets.
14-3. The one thing that I was, I wanted to talk about it. The Braves. Welcome back, Ronald Acuna. I was really excited about it. He went 1 for 4 last night, which is fine. That's good. No problem. But the Mets just hit the ball. I mean, you got to understand. That's just I don't have a lot to say about it because it was just a bad night. It was just, it just was. And the thing is that, I feel for Connor Thomas. I mean, it was just a terrible night. He's 28 years old. He pitched 2.2 innings last night. He gave up 10 hits and 11 earned runs. in 2 innings. And people are giving Walt Weiss a big time because they're demoting him. They're gonna reassign him. They're either gonna reassign him or they're gonna cut him. But this is like his second game, and just horrible night. Everybody maybe has never had something like this happen, but just you see him when he was throwing, and when they'd get a hit, he'd scream into his glove, and then when he got to the dugout, there was a look of defeat. And I mean, he's 28 years old. He's been in the big leagues for a little while now, and again, if you make it to the big leagues, you're special. That's just it's like a 0.0001% chance of making it. So you're a special person if you can make it. Even if you make it to minor leagues, you're a special person. College baseball players are special people. But just feel for the guy last night to give up 10 hits, and people are giving Walt Weiss a lot of grief. They're like, why would you leave him in there? Why would you do that to him? You could tell he was struggling. He was upset. He was wanting to come out, but you didn't pull him. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like sometimes the coaches can leave them in there and it does more damage to the person, to the human being? Because, now, of course, here we are, we're talking about it, and we're not the only one. Everybody across the country's talking about it. When they start talking about baseball, that's like number one story today, just about that, giving up that many runs against the Mets in New York. It was just like it just kept coming and kept coming and kept coming, and there was nothing that could stop it.
Should I do my research and show you how many teams have scored 14, 15, or even more runs since the All-Star break? Because it's an epidemic right now, Paul. I don't know if you've been realizing how many blowouts there's been since the All-Star break.
Yeah, there's been a lot.
It's not just the Braves. You know me, I'm not saying I'll be the first one to hit the panic button, but sometimes I'll hit the panic button because I see it's there.
Yeah.
I'm not hitting the panic button on this one. And I'm not just blaming on one pitcher. But you're right about the psyche. Oh, yeah. Self-confidence is everything. You have to have that to be a professional baseball player. And if you've lost it, you better get it back, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
And it could be a cure, sending him down to AAA or AA or wherever he goes. And I hope the best for him. I don't think he's washed up. He'll be back.
Yeah.
I feel that confident in it. You don't?
I don't know, because he's 28 years old. He signed a minor league contract.
So wait a minute. Tell me what 28 means to you in baseball. You should be there.
Yeah, you should already be there. And a lot of times what will happen is you'll get your shot, and if you fail, you get lost again. And then,
Wow.
But the thing is like with him, he's only made 2 starts in the Major League Baseball. I mean, because he went as an undrafted draft pick in 21 or 22, come out of Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Played with the Cardinals organization, then went to the Brewers, and then now he's with the Braves. And again,
so three teams in 5 years.
Yeah,
almost?
but just hasn't stuck, hasn't made it. Only, like I said, only has pitched 2 games. And it's just really bad. His ERA is terrible.
Well, yeah, it was like above 22 yesterday.
Yeah, so I mean, this isn't his second. This is not his second time to do this, to have a bad outing. So that's 2 bad outings. He's 28 years old. He's just getting called up. It wasn't like it was, everybody's been waiting on this guy to get here. Yeah. It's just out of the blue. And again, it's just part of it. A lot of things that are going on in Major League Baseball because of the blowouts, which has brought out a lot of naysayers and people that are upset about it, is that I would like to see the stats on this, whether or not this is true or not. But this year it seems like there's been more position players pitching in ball games at the end because of getting blown out.
I think the exposure of
well, they don't want to waste their talent. They don't want to waste their pitching. It's just like last night, Mateo come in and pitched the last to get the last out, and I mean that's what happened. Mateo's a position player. I mean, he plays shortstop. And I mean, he come in and pitched. I mean, he gave a couple hits, or 1 hit. Had a strikeout, though. But still, I think a lot of the older baseball players. I don't know if you remember Jeff Fry that we had on not too long ago.
Yeah.
He talks about it. He's like, it's a terrible thing for baseball to keep letting, it's almost like you just giving up. It's quitting, and it's just something that, if you do have a lot of kids that are watching Major League Baseball, what is it teaching them? And so I don't know. It again, it's like you said, it's an epidemic. It's something going on. And for us to have the best hitters ever and the best pitchers, the best pitchers ever.
Yeah.
It seems like we're scoring a lot of runs. And
yeah, but there's, just like you said, there's no 300 hitters.
Yeah.
We're down.
Yeah.
Way down.
Yeah.
The graph does this for years now.
Yeah. It's just it's a bad thing. I don't know. People come to see baseball games. They come to see two things now.
Yeah.
Home runs.
Yeah.
And above 100-mile-an-hour fastballs.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the two. If you asked probably 90% of the people that are there, is like, what if you could just see something tonight? What would it be? It'd be home runs.
Yep.
And it'd be 100-mile-an-hour fastballs.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, adding the ABS, that's pretty cool. But I'm just saying.
So how do you feel about big hits and guys running the base really fast?
I mean, those are good. It's
not just as exciting, if not more exciting than a home run?
It's exciting, but I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to go ahead and go to the phone line. We got Mike on the line. Mike, how you doing today, my friend?
Hey, Paul, I'm fine, but I want to talk a little break, and I want to talk a little trade. Okay. Now, I hear what you're saying about pitching and hitting, but our slump is last night's game was pitiful. What do you see us doing in the trade market?
Well, I mean, again, every day I'm seeing someone new talking about there's still that chance that Scooble is coming to Atlanta. I don't know if that's true or not. We definitely need to get some bullpen help. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. I think we've got the firepower, but if we get a starter, I think we're going to have to give up somebody maybe in that lineup.
I do not see Scooble leaving Detroit simply because I don't think now this is just my opinion, I don't think he's that good of a pitcher. He's going to have to go a long way to show me that he's a good pitcher. But where can we get our next kidney star at? Because ain't one of the kidney stars hurt for the Braves?
Yeah, I mean, we've got some people that are hurt right now, but I mean, to go back to your point about Scooble, I don't think it's a longevity deal, Mike. I think it's strike it while it's hot, get it while you can, try to win when you got they're leading 5.5 games up in their division. There's a chance that, we're third on the power rankings. We're third with the best record in baseball. So I think it's get Scooble and see if you can get him to help beat the Dodgers. Don't let the Dodgers get him. I'll tell you that.
I think that's where he's going. But if we don't get Scooble, or if we get Scooble and he tires out, then the Braves won't stand a chance against the Dodgers. So we're damned if we do and damned if we don't.
Well, I think we got a better shot with Scooble and Sale going back-to-back against the Dodgers. I mean, that's 2 games that if both of those guys can do what they've done in the past and we can give them a little bit of run support, I mean, you never know. And then if you get one of these guys like Grant Holmes that comes in there and has a great night, which he has done this year, I mean, you do have at least a chance. I mean, obviously, I know what the task is. The task at hand is tough to play the Dodgers, but still, I mean, you add another Cy Young style starter to this bullpen or to this roster, to this rotation. I mean, you're looking at least you getting a fighter's chance of beating the Dodgers.
Well, yeah, that could be, but I'm picking I'm picking the Braves to win over the Dodgers simply because I don't want to see the Dodgers in another World Series.
Tigers about the best fourth place team there is. They're actually have a run total that's outscored their opponents.
But come on.
Yeah, but
Come on,
Scooble's 7-5 with a 7-5 record with a 2.70 ERA. He's pitched 90 innings already.
Yeah.
And 110 strikeouts. That's 20 more strikeouts than innings and 70 hits.
Here's another thing about the Dodgers. And I'll debate this with you for as long as you want to. But the Dodgers are getting long and cheap. They got some old baseball players. They ain't getting much younger. I mean, look at Shohei Ohtani. Look at Freddie Freeman. Look at whoever else they have on their teams. They're about to key over, I think. They're not going to win the World Series.
Wow.
Because they're dangerous. Now you want to talk about somebody that might win the World Series. San Diego Padres might.
Wow.
But I doubt it because I love recent baseball, and that's just what I think, and that's what I'll be listening to our station on the playoffs. When the playoffs rolls around, I'm busy until the World Series or until all the playoff games are with.
Well, I'll tell you this, Mike. You got to think about it. You got Shohei Ohtani. He's 32 years old. Mookie Betts is 33 years old. Yamamoto's 27 years old. They've got 2 to 3 years left. If they run the table this year, go back to back to back. I mean, that would just be an unbelievable run. They
Did the Yankees do that in the late 90s?
I don't think so.
They
I think we had a repeat.
Don't mention the Yankees. I hate the Yankees.
Well, I mean, who's the last team who's three-peated? Was it the Reds in the 70s? I don't even know.
It'd have to be.
Well, they won the World Series in 1970, and they swept the Red Sox and the A's in 75 and 76, and then they swept the Oakland A's in the 90s when they won from worst to first.
1990.
98 to 2000, the Yankees did win 3 consecutive.
Yeah.
That's the last repeater.
That's the last three-peater.
Yeah.
Lest I forget, 95, the Reds had a shot in the playoffs, but then they blew it. They lost the playoffs in 1995, and they had a shot last year with the Dodgers, but the Dodgers forgive.
I'll tell you this: I know you hate the Yankees, but I'm going to bust that a little bit. The Yankees are one of 2 teams that has won 3-peats, and the Yankees have done it 3 times, and the Oakland A's has done it once, and that's it.
A's did it.
A's did it in 72 to 74.
Wow.
Yeah. So I wasn't even born yet. You guys were like in middle school.
I was born in 1970. Well, to tell you how old I am, I was born in 1968 or 67. So I'm 15 years old. So
Well, good. Well, Mike, we appreciate it, my friend. We have to go. We have to take a break. But, man, thank you for the call, and hopefully the Braves can turn it around tomorrow in the doubleheader.
Oh, what time's the doubleheader?
I don't think they've mentioned exactly the time yet, but we'll have to look it up. We'll let you know.
Probably at 2:30 or so.
Are they going to carry both games?
What do you say?
He said they could carry both games, but I think the first game's not going to happen because you rather listen to us.
That's right. All right, Mike. Well, thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and take our next break, my friend.
All right, Paul. I'll talk to you tomorrow, maybe.
All right, man. When we come back, we've got to dive into some of this college football stuff. I've got a story we've got to talk about. I think it's crazy. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
Let's remember about guys like Lane Kiffin. This is true. They say it down south, and that's not nothing. Zebras don't change their stripes. They just change their watering hole. He's still Lane Kiffin, and I came up for a term for him. He's a narciopath. That's a combination of a narcissist and a sociopath, okay? He is not going to change.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. The remainder of the day, there will be a moderate breeze out of the west-southwest. Mostly sunshine and 92. Mostly clear skies tonight, about the same at 86. Tomorrow, mostly sunny most of the day aside from possible thunderstorms in the evening, and a high of 92. About the same at 88 Thursday, and we'll have very light showers and likely thunderstorms. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your safety and proper care of your boat in an emergency is crucial. When it comes to on-water assistance, response time is everything. And since 1996, in the Bay or on the Gulf, it's SeaTow. SeaTow's Coast Guard licensed captains are on the scene in an average of 1 hour or less. SeaTow gets members home or back to boating faster. Become a member today at SeaTow.com or call 850-234-2323.
Are you feeling tired, weak, or maybe you feel old and cranky? If so, I have the answer. It's MaxFit Sports Nutrition with 2 locations, 23rd Street in the Coronado Plaza and in Pier Park North on Back Beach Road. MaxFit Sports Nutrition has nutritional products and professional dietary plans to get you moving in the right direction. So get off that couch and get to MaxFit Sports Nutrition now. MaxFit Sports Nutrition, where you can try it before you buy it. ESPN Northwest Florida advertisers get results.
Hi, this is Todd from PCB Hobby on Back Beach. Advertising with ESPN Northwest Florida has been a wonderful experience. Their staff is very knowledgeable and friendly. If you want to talk with customers like you never thought possible, reach out to the team at ESPN Northwest Florida, 850-215-4468.
Get results for your business. Call ESPN Northwest Florida, 850-215-4468.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the new Sports Blitz. Call in with your questions, hot takes, and rants at 850-215-6290. The Sports Talk Monster.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for the Atlanta Braves. The Braves are rained out tonight, so they won't be playing, but the Braves on the Gulf Coast are sponsored by Hewitt Tire and Auto, Brock Pest Control, Billbird Kia, PCB Hobby, SeaTow, and Blue Diamond Truck Accessories. They'll be picking up on a doubleheader tomorrow with the Mets, and if they played anything like they did last night, it'll be good they take a night off. But either way, you want to call in, you can. All you got to do is call the 850-215-6290. The Tropical Spas and Pools phone line's wide open. Jeffrey, we got to talk about some of the stuff that's going on today. And one of the biggest stories was, and Bone Crusher, you'll love this, Jalen Carter of the Philadelphia Eagles signs a 4-year, $152 million extension to 160, including $106 million guaranteed. That now makes the former Georgia defensive lineman the highest defensive lineman or defensive tackle in NFL history. Drew Rosenhaus does it again. It just seems like these guys just keep getting more and more and more money. Don't forget, he's old spitter. And I guess the Philadelphia Eagles said, you know what, as long as he don't spit, we'll keep letting him play with us. Big deal because, you know, a lot of things was talked about his character in the draft.
Yeah.
And the Philadelphia Eagles, like, put all that aside and went after him and got him, and they were already good. You know, they were already dominant. They were already winning. And here they are, got the best defensive tackle in the league. I mean, wouldn't you say he's the best defensive tackle because that's why you pay him the money, is because he's the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
He requires a double team.
And when he slipped in the draft, I was like, well, he's going to get it. He's going to be a steal.
Yeah, whoever got him was going to be. I was like, I would take him if I was a team that was like 4th, 5th, or somewhere in there. I would have taken him right out the gate, you know, because of how good he is. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not going to. and this might be a bad deal. This might be, people might disagree with me right here.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're there to win football games. You're not there to build a church.
Ooh.
I'm just
You're
telling
gonna have
you.
a toxic locker room.
I'm just
Paul.
telling you. Every one of those places is a toxic locker room. You don't tell me every single quarter, every single locker room in the NFL don't have a bad guy in there. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's been that way from day one. The Giants, the New York Giants, won the NFL Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor was doing all kinds of stuff. Michael Irvin was on the Super Bowl winning Dallas Cowboys. You don't think Michael Irvin was doing stuff outside of the football stadium that was probably, that would make your mother blush? I mean, this is just I'm just telling you, yes, I'd love to have a great team. If I was a general manager, I'd want the high character guys. I'd want to make sure, this, and this. Look at what Florida and Urban Meyer, they won the national championship. What did they have? Look at Georgia. Yeah. Georgia's won all the national titles. How many? You know what? That is what I'm talking about. There's no possible. Look at the Patriots. All they talk about is how Tom Brady, all this. Gonzalez. I mean, he was there. He was there through all of it. The Pouncey twins, all the stuff that they've been through.
Hernandez.
Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, so I'm
Ray
just
Lewis,
saying,
he's squeaky clean.
I'm just saying.
What?
These
Ray
guys,
Caruth.
These guys, they didn't win, though. These guys,
True.
these guys, you're going to have bad people in your locker room. You hope that you don't. You try. That's why whenever they start talking about, we draft based off of character. No, you don't. Don't lie to me. Just tell me the truth. If you want to win football games, just say it. You don't have to lie and say, we looked at his character and we talked to his coach. No, you didn't. You looked at his film, and his film looked really good to you, and that's what you wanted. You know what I mean? Like Coach Saban, he had all these players. He's like, we were here to build young men. And I believe he wanted to build young men, but I also believe Coach Saban wanted to win football games. And he knew exactly what he was doing. Mm-hmm. And he got the players that he wanted to build great football teams. If you don't think that locker room had some toxicity in it, you bumped your head. It's definitely going to have it.
So. No, Saban writes letters about how they have great character, all of his former players.
I'm just telling you, you can buy the book and sign the T-shirt, but I'm just telling you, these guys are going to mess up. They're going to have trouble, and especially guys that have the wrong people in their life. Again, we all live in glass houses. Nobody's perfect. But to sit here and act like we're drafting people because they're high character guys, come on, man. Yeah. Come on, man. We don't believe that.
That's why they're all running for office. They're, they got squeaky clean.
Yeah. Well, all I know is this is right here. If you look at Jalen Carter being who he has been thus far, he's definitely somebody, that, they don't want him spitting. They're like, don't do that again, whatever. We need you in the game. But, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. He's definitely a guy that can anchor a defense. He's almost like Aaron Donald at times where he's unblockable or he requires two people to block him. Mm-hmm. Anytime you get a double team, that leaves somebody one-on-one or somebody unblocked, especially if you blitz him from the corners. And so at the end of the day, when you look at it, the Philadelphia Eagles are suring up that they're going to still be the same Philadelphia Eagle team that they've always been, which is try to play hard defense and not really know what's going on with Jalen Hurts.
Well, thank God we have Ed on the line, and he's going to disagree with you.
Okay, that's fine. We'll go ahead and go to the phone line. We got Ed on the line. Ed, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm all right, man. I guess if I say I disagree or I don't agree, I get faster on the air. That's pretty good.
You get prizes. You get prizes for disagreeing with Paul.
Hold on. Let me just get this straight. Jeffrey wants me to be wrong so bad that anybody that calls in and disagrees with me, let's go right to that phone line. We need that phone line.
Wow. Okay.
So go ahead.
So,
give me your point.
Okay. I don't buy into the combine. I don't buy into that. Brady is a great example of the combine. I mean, we don't know what these players are good in high school and stuff like that. We see their films, but we don't truly know until they put their cleats on the field how they're going to respond.
Yeah, but if you looked at Brady's physique, it was lacking.
Oh, dude, it was awful. It was awful.
Yeah, I mean, he looked like some of my friends, and they were not athletes at all.
Let me push back a little bit, though. We always use this as the greatest example, and yes, that's a great example, but it's the only example that we really have. Everybody else doesn't usually do that. Everybody, most quarterbacks don't get drafted in the 5th round and come up. You got him, you got Brock Purdy. Most of the time, these guys are celebrities already. Everybody knows who they are. They've thrown the ball a lot. Everybody's looking at them. So, yes, Brady's point is true, but it's not really, the one that we always – I mean, it's not normal. This is an abnormal thing.
It's a rarity, actually. It's
yeah.
Not, yeah, it comes like maybe every couple of years, right? I guess we could say every one decade, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
But I'm still waiting on the disagreement part. Where are we disagreeing
Okay,
on?
well, I disagree with also the fact that, like, we don't know these people's mental health as well. Because are you starting to see a pattern with players' mental health on the field where it's starting to deteriorate and they're starting to quit and give up earlier in their careers?
No.
Andrew Luck?
Well, that was a health issue. He didn't want to have brain traumatic injuries.
Okay. Do you think Skibo will stick around until he loses his marbles?
Wait, who's that?
Skibo?
Scattaboo. Scattaboo at the Giants. Yeah, this guy is like all in. He's like, I don't care if I get a head injury. I'm going to play it all out because I'm a beast. And that's how he plays.
Well, and let me just say this. I mean, if you watched Earl Campbell play football for the Houston Oilers, he ducked his head worse than anybody ever.
Yeah,
he's still alive today. He's not dead. He's still going.
And they said his health issues, though, is not due to him taking hits to the head.
Oh, hey, there was another thing. I had two questions, two of them real quick. There was a player recently that committed. He decided to wrap it up from his life. I forgot his name. I think he played for New England. Did y'all hear about him?
Yeah, I did hear about a suicide. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't want to say that word, but he just recently did that, I think a week or two ago. His parents have been on the news talking about that. And then besides that one, I think his parents are blaming CT or something related. But is there on the back side of that question, is there like a circle of like things that people check mark? Is there like a, how can I describe it, like a list at people check off from like what's good, what's bad in a player, personality, like physicality? Is there like a chart, like a what would be like the terminology?
The Wonderlic test.
I think I think there's things that these teams are looking for. And again, I think sometimes they stretch or they want the player so bad that they'll throw the list out the door. I know that they would tell you, in the front room, not in the back room, the front room, that we're looking for this kind of player and we want this guy and we want a community guy and we want a great teammate and all of this. But in the back of the room, they're saying we want this dog, this animal that's going to find the football, that's got a nose for the ball, that's going to do everything he can to make our team better. And I think that's really what we're looking at. And so,
like, you don't think New England knew a lot about Aaron Hernandez?
Oh, absolutely they did. They knew exactly who they were getting, and he had asked actually Bill Belichick to get traded so he could get away from the environment that he was in, but he was so good and useful for Bill Belichick that he himself said, I wanted him as a player on my team, and that's why I didn't get rid of him.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but Ed, hey, I always appreciate the call, man. We're going to take the next call. We appreciate you, my friend.
All right, later, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Peace.
You too. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and go to the phone line. We got Arnold on the line. What's going on today?
Not a whole lot, man. I know y'all may not realize it, but some of them guys, they were not altar boys in the church at all. I mean, Jack Lambert and Jack Ham, they got in a fight on the plane one time for Pittsburgh so bad they had to land the airplane. They were tearing the whole thing up. And then you got them, man, they bit fingers. Man, I'm telling you, those guys were animals, just like you said. There wasn't none of them choir boys. The ones that would try to be choir boys was the one that Lyle Alzado would hit in the stomach when he'd walk by. I mean, these guys, they had to be that way. And look, these coaches, they wanted them to be that way. They didn't want to be pushed around. I mean, Mike Curtis was a small linebacker for the Buffalo. For Buffalo, I believe it was. The Colts. and he would use himself as a projectile to stop a runner. He didn't care. He was going to kill him if he could. That's just the mentality that they had, man. But I tell you what, it was some great football. I loved every minute of it. Y'all have a good day, man. Always a pleasure.
I think the Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings, first started taking it to first level, and then the Steelers just continued with the Steel Curtain, and they just take it to a whole nother level after that. And a lot of teams were trying, and then the Raiders, and a lot of the other teams were trying to resemble that, and they had to have that beast in them.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate the call for sure.
Have a good day, man. Love your show.
Yes, sir. When you think about it too, you got to look at how these, how they portray everybody. They definitely don't want you to go out and make mistakes. They want you to stay as long as you can to win football games. They're trying. They're having, Hernandez sat through Chris Carter's speech about how to live right, because Chris Carter was a problem when he come out of Ohio State when he first started in the league. He had issues.
It was the drugs.
That's what I'm saying. He had those issues, and he talked about who you hung out with and why and how you got to separate yourself.
And he said drop them.
Yeah. And,
drop your
Hernandez
old friends.
asked him a question right there.
Yeah, he did.
So, there were things that they tried to do. And again, let me just tell you, the NFL is a business. They are trying to do what businesses all across this world tries to do, make money. How do you make money? You present a good product. And if the product sells the tickets and makes the money, they're going to do everything they can to keep that going, and not only that, but keep going bigger. So all of the things that happen with CTE, all of the things that have happened with character people, they don't want that to happen, but they gonna ride with who brought them to the dance, and that is the talented players, with or without a good,
But even with like an interview and trying to figure out somebody, if you had lined up Randy Moss and Terrell Owens and said which guy's gonna have character issues, I probably would have said Randy Moss, but they didn't, right? And Terrell Owens is the ones who was wrecking locker rooms, right?
Right. Yeah, he did
so
have...
you really can't tell until you really get to know a person. And he's got to be in that locker room for months for you to even figure that out.
And it could be bad teammate.
Yeah.
That is harmful to the team.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure if Terrell Owens has ever really been in trouble with the law, like drugs or breaking or using guns or doing anything like that. But Terrell Owens was just not a good teammate.
No.
And
he meant good. He wanted to win, but he also wanted the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
And that kind of, if you look at A.J. Brown, they won a world championship with the Steelers.
Yeah.
Before he got crazy, or did they already know? Were they holding him back? Were they holding him, were they keeping him isolated, or did they already know, or did he turn into this because of his fame and fortune and all of the things?
He got carried away with himself.
Yeah, and that happens though. Look at time after time, we've seen that over the years happen. But to say we're trying to figure out a way for these guys. Real quick, I want to talk about something before we go to break. Baker Mayfield has not signed his extension with the Tampa Bay Bucks. He said he will not do it once they start playing. So it looks like he's going to finish out the career, his contract, or this year with the Tampa Bay Bucks without a deal on the table. So is this going to be a situation where, depending on how good he is whether or not they're going to give him a shot for another contract, or is this it? This is the handwritings on the wall.
He wants his freedom.
And they're done.
I think there's only two ways this is going to go. They're going to go against their own rules and say that they're actually going to sign him during the regular season because they're going to throw some money back down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or he's going to get his freedom at the end of the year and he can go anywhere he wants.
What do you think about Baker Mayfield?
I think he's the next Cowboys quarterback.
Oh, my gosh. So Dak is going to be gone and Baker's going to come in. We're going to go ahead and take our next break. When we come back, we're going to finish this talk up because I got some questions about you for Baker. I want to see where you think he ranks as far as in the top quarterbacks in the NFL. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Only 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida could bring sports fans like you an app this powerful. The sports content you crave is always on. Live stream us everywhere you go. Now with upgraded programming and live game schedules, you'll always know when the Atlanta Braves and your favorite games are playing. Plus, interact with our local hosts in real time and so much more. The new app for the sports fanatic is available at the Apple Store and Google Play. From 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
There's only one sport with games to bet every day the rest of the summer, and there's only one legal app to bet it. Bet baseball on Hard Rock Bet, your home to bet home runs, strikeouts, even the next at-bat. It's secure and regulated, so your money is safe. Step up to the plate with towering parlays that can turn a dollar bet into a max payout up to $2 million.
It's out of here!
Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Ho, ho, ho! Santa's on vacation, but Coin and Bullion Reserve's fine jewelry is working overtime on the savings. Celebrate Christmas in July with up to 75% off. Sparkling diamond and gemstone jewelry, coastal-inspired pieces, and holiday savings that are making waves. You'll find treasures from the shore to adore during Christmas in July. Slay the summer at Coin and Bullion Reserve's fine jewelry at the corner of East Avenue and 15th Street, your diamond headquarters.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida gets results. Here's Alan Watson from Gulf Plus in Panama City Beach.
When we first came to Panama City Beach to launch our business, we didn't really have a voice and we didn't have any way of letting people know that we were here and we were new. ESPN Radio has given us a way to reach our audience, which is sports fans, because of being in the golf industry. And we've managed to grow the business while staying on the radio for 6 straight years. So it's been the kind of thing that's really helped us to grow. It's brought in the most business, and it's the thing that we're recognized for and people associate us with. I couldn't be happier with our association with ESPN Radio.
To see how 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida can help grow your business, go to ESPNPC.com and click the contact button. That's ESPNPC.com and click contact.
The phone lines are open, the opinions are flowing, and the arguments are just getting started.
You cannot give LSU extra opportunities. With just one loss, they can sneak in there.
They're playing championship football.
The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson is back, and we're putting you in the game.
He has not turned the ball over.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for the Atlanta Braves. Don't forget the Braves are in a rain delay tonight. They will not play. They're going to double up tomorrow. We'll let you know on the coverage times tomorrow. Got Jeffrey here, Bone Crusher's here. If you want to be a part of this one, you can be 850-215-6290. The Tropical Spas and Pools phone line's wide open. We've had a lot of calls already and some disagreements with me, which is not normal because usually mine is the right choice, but not always the case today. Let's talk about Baker Mayfield. I think it's crazy to know that this guy has basically resurrected his career at Tampa Bay. He was pretty bad at Carolina. Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, Carolina for 5 games.
Yeah, and then they cut him. And then
he went to the Rams.
Then he went to the Rams, filled in for a hurt Matthew Stafford, kind of got his joy back. If you watch the quarterback's new thing that they do on Netflix, the documentary, they go through and they show, like they've done with quarterbacks in the past. This year's, they just released it not too long ago. it's a pretty cool little deal. It kind of goes backstory of last year. So you got Baker Mayfield, you got Joe Flacco, and you got Cam Ward. They follow them throughout the year last year. Baker talks about all the stuff, and he dealt with a lot of injuries. The dude is a tough son of a gun, I'll tell you that. But you think Baker Mayfield's top 10 quarterback in the NFL?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
Top 10. Not top 5. Obviously not top 5.
Top 10 being top 10 best?
Best in all the NFL.
Wow.
And he didn't resurrect his career.
Sean McVay did?
He's always been the man.
He's always been this
He's
good.
always been the man. You can't say 5 games at the Carolina Panthers is just some hole that he fell into, because guess what? He threw more TDs than interceptions at every place he's been for every season individually.
Okay.
He's a winner. He's a winner.
Never won the big one.
Never won the big one, but he was at Cleveland.
In any level. Never won the big one at any level.
Never won the big one. He's won the division. He's won playoff games at 2 different teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And not only did he throw for 3,000 yards 4 times with the Browns, which is almost unheard of in these days, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he threw for 4,000 yards back-to-back this last past season. He only threw for 3,600. I say only because he threw for 4,000 back-to-back before that. He didn't resurrect his career, Paul. He's always been the man.
So is he better than Lamar Jackson?
No.
Is he better?
Lamar Jackson's probably the 5th best
Is
quarterback
he better
in the league.
than Joe Burrow?
No.
Is he better than Patrick Mahomes?
No, that's another top 5er.
Is he better than Jared Goff?
See, that's where you're getting into dangerous position. Goff is probably right behind him.
Is he better
along
than-
with Nix?
Is he better
and
than
Drake May?
Is he better than? Whoa, he's better than Drake May.
Yes, he's better than Drake May.
Drake May went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he's young and hasn't proven himself like Mayfield has.
Okay, how did he not prove himself? He went to a Super Bowl. He's
lost.
a quarterback of a Super Bowl team.
He got lucky getting the Super Bowl because the Broncos had Nix hurt.
Baker,
the Broncos should have been in the Super Bowl last year.
Baker Mayfield has been in the league for way more years than Drake May.
8 years.
And he hasn't made it to the Super Bowl.
And he's played 5 complete seasons in those 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Never missed a game in 5 seasons.
Yeah.
There's not many that have done that. Has Burrow done that?
No.
No, he's not.
Yeah. So is he better than Justin Herbert?
No, Justin Herbert's probably right in front of him.
Is he better than Sunshine?
That's another one that's probably spot on. No, I'm going to put Mayfield right above Sunshine.
Is he better than Matt Stafford?
No.
Is he better than Sam Darnold? He's got a Super Bowl championship.
I know. That's difficult to even say. But those are probably the 3 that are right up.
Is he better than Josh Allen?
Oh no, Josh Allen's top 5 easy.
We're running out of room.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Okay, so you have Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Jackson, and I forget who else would be in my top 5. But those are 4 of the top 5 right there. If you have Darnold in front of him, you don't have Lawrence. Herbert probably right in front of him also. So, that leaves him about, what, 8th or 9th?
Bryce Young.
No. Are you kidding me?
Michael Penix.
No.
Show down in New Orleans.
No, absolutely not. That's a joke.
I was trying to think of all the other. Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl.
Oh, Jalen Hurts is probably right above him too. So maybe put him at 9. Mayfield's number 9.
Okay.
And you laughed at me last year for saying Sunshine was a top 10.
Yeah. But you said no now.
Actually,
He's not now.
I think last year I said it was like 11th or 12th is what I said about Sunshine. But he proved himself. They got to the playoffs. They won the division. The Texans had a great defense last year. Jacksonville had no reason to win that division, and they did it.
So no to C.J. Stroud, obviously.
Oh, no, absolutely not. And you say he's on his last leg. This is the year he has to do it.
Yeah, this is definitely the year. It has to be the year for that. Let me ask you this. Is he better than Kyler Murray? Is he better than Deshaun Watson? Is he better than I don't know. I'm just going to give you who Fox News has said, or Fox NFL has said that 7 quarterbacks are on the hot seat.
Oh, wow.
Okay, this year. Bryce Young,
got it.
C.J. Stroud.
Yes.
Baker Mayfield.
No.
He's number 3 on the list.
No.
Shadur Sanders.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to give him another chance.
Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
Kyler Murray. Well, they're on the same team. Somebody's got to sit.
Yeah.
They both can't play, Jeff.
I know.
And Jalen Hurts.
No, not Jalen Hurts. So I would take Mayfield and Hurts off that list.
But you think what it's saying is that the team is going to move on from them.
Yeah.
You said earlier, though, that Baker Mayfield is probably going to be the Dallas new quarterback.
But it's his decision, and he gets his freedom to go wherever he wants.
You think
not a trade?
There's a reason Tampa Bay didn't give him the number that he wants. Baker knows what he's worth. Now, either he's asking for too much because he doesn't want to be there anymore, or he's asking too much because he's still got the ego that he thinks he's a top 10 quarterback like you do.
Yeah.
And they don't think he is.
And they're not willing to pay that for a quarterback because guess what the Bucs have always been? A defensive team.
Yeah. Is he better than Dak Prescott?
Yes. And that's why he'll be the next Cowboys quarterback a year from now.
So you think he'll go play for a Texas team and go back home because that's where his home state is in Texas?
Yeah. He's from Austin. He went to Lake Travis High School in Austin. And then he went to Oklahoma for college.
Well, he went to Texas Tech
Yeah,
first.
Went to Texas Tech first and then transferred over to Oklahoma.
Yeah, he walked on at both.
But Dallas is kind of like a nice niche for him.
You think it'll work? You think if he can get some players around him?
As long as the owner doesn't stick his head into making personnel decisions.
So you're saying a reunion between him and CeeDee Lamb is coming?
Wow. Wait, CeeDee Lamb was at Oklahoma?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of someone else as Oklahoma State. Never mind then.
No,
okay,
it's
yeah.
not. Yeah.
So that's a reunion. Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about that.
As he's feisty, he's to say
he wants to win. He's
He's
got drive.
If you had a team though,
yeah.
If you had a team, when I'm thinking top 10, if you had a team that you're building and Sunshine's available to play on your team and Baker Mayfield's designed to play on your team to go win a championship,
yeah,
you're picking Baker Mayfield to lead your team for the next 2-3 years.
He's more – and I'm going to use this word a little loosely. I'm going to explain it, though. He's more of an athlete. I know Trevor Lawrence is taller and everything, and he has a national title from college, but he's just one of the guys where Mayfield's going to lead them. He's an athlete.
You mean he's a leader? Because
He's
Trevor
a leader,
Lawrence is way
plus-
better athlete than Baker Mayfield.
I don't know, man.
He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster.
No. I think Mayfield's
What do you
actually stronger, and I think he's scrappier.
There's no way he's stronger.
Oh, I don't know.
Sunshine is bigger, stronger, and faster than Mayfield. He's rushed for way more yards than Mayfield. If you look at what he did in college, he rushed for way more yards in college. He's probably rushed for way more yards in the NFL. I mean, Baker Mayfield is a scrappy.
Yeah.
He can win you games.
Yep.
Baker Mayfield, to me, is exactly what Baker Mayfield has done, which is he can win you games, he can get you to the playoffs, and he might get you one playoff win, but after that, he's over.
Well,
he's done.
What has Trevor
He's
Lawrence
not-
done in the pros?
Well, he's had some
exactly that.
Yeah, but has anybody ever been successful with the with the Jaguars?
Only Mark Brunell.
Yeah.
Been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
1999.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, you go from Brady to Baker, and you don't get the same results.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Brady's Brady, but still, there was a fall off at the quarterback position because he had the same team.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for this hour. We are going to be coming back. We've got to talk about some of this college football nonsense that's going on at Ohio State and Notre Dame and every other college in the country. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The new app from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is designed specifically for sports fanatics like you. The The sports content you demand is always on. Live stream our national and local sports talk anywhere you go. Reach us on all social media. You can also be a part of the show. Call and text into our studios. Plus, up-to-the-minute weather and traffic maps. The new app from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is available at the Apple Store and Google Play.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Tuesday. For tonight, clear skies and a low of 85 with a gentle breeze out of the west-southwest around 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow morning, mostly sunshine with temps around 92. In the afternoon and evening, a likelihood of thunderstorms and some clouds and a temperature near 92. Moving into Thursday, about the same with a high of 88 and likely thunderstorms. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Smothers at 784-6601, 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
Upgrade your time on the water. Blue Water Marine Electronics is officially open at 2320 West 15th Street in the old Kawasaki dealership. Blue Water Marine Electronics, your premier destination for marine tech. They sell, service, and install everything from top-tier GPS and fish finders to sound systems and trolling motors. Need repairs? They're Bay County's authorized Minn Kota Warranty Center. Blue Water Marine Electronics, 15th Street, Panama City.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Back to the gap at the wall. Out of here.
ESPN Northwest Florida advertisers get results. Here's MaxFit Sports Nutrition owner Jason Kovaleski.
So if you're looking to advertise or if you have a small business and you're looking to drive traffic to your store, check out ESPN 104.3 with Coach James Hale Show. I've been working with them for 7 years. They've driven a lot of traffic to my business. It's one thing to advertise on the radio where people may hear it. It's another thing to be able to come on, talk to your customers directly.
Get results for your business. Call ESPN Northwest Florida, 850-215-4468.
Panama City, Lynn Haven, Callaway, 30A, Santa Rosa, Freeport, Mexico Beach, Port St. Joe, Youngstown, Blountstown, and Yorktown. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson.
The locals love it.
Dominating the dial at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
What it do, people? It's the homie Lil Cash. Right now you tuned in with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida. The hottest sports show in the South. Let's go. It's Lil Cash with another hit with Paul Wilson on the Sports Blitz. Where they talk trash and they talk ish. When it comes to sports, man, they too legit. It's 104.3 ESPN. If you love sports, better chime in. NFL, college, local sports, they got it. NBA, they got it. Sports Blitz, the topic. The show hottest wasabi. Better tune in and go watch it. Hey, Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. If you even tried, you can't stop it. Bone Crusher gon' pop it. No Jeff gon' pop it. Go like, comment, subscribe, and share right now.
It's 5 o'clock, and you found us locked in at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson is live and local, and we're so glad that you're here with us today. If you want to be a part of this show like all the other callers from earlier, you can call in at 850-215-6290. The Tropical Spas and phone line, pools and phone lines wide open and ready to go. We've been talking a lot about it. I want to go to our Facebook page. Don't forget, if you want to go on our Facebook page, you can go there as well. Nate Robinson says that the pitcher from the Braves needs to find a new job. The rotation is off, and it might need to go see a head shrinker. Jack Patterson says, I would choose Baker Mayfield over Trevor Lawrence. There you go. And then Scott Mills says, do you think that the Braves should have left Connor Thomas in that long to take the beating? Braves are my favorite team, and I know their bullpen has been overworked, but I coached him in Perfect Game in Atlanta back in 2015. It just had a different feel for me. So there you go. Yeah, Scott, I think I think once you know as well as I do, if you've been a coach, any kind of sports, you realize when you know when somebody don't have it. And it's okay when they don't have it, because everybody that's ever played a game has ran into a game where they didn't have it. And so Connor did not have it last night.
Yeah.
And, I think Walt Weiss left him in there way too long. I think, again, we talk about, do these managers, do these guys really care about their players? That shows that he didn't care about Connor last night. He wasn't worried about what Connor thought about or what he felt like. And so, and again, Braves are my team. I think Walt Weiss has done a fantastic job. I think he failed the test last night. I'm still going to support him. I just disagree with him. It's okay. I'm married to a wonderful wife, but there's times where we disagree, and I'm always right. So there you go.
Oh, my goodness.
She's probably not listening, so we are good. But either way, we're going to go ahead and –
Let me tag her.
No, don't do that. Let's
toxic.
Hold on. But, yeah.
So you want to talk about developing players, because there's a guy in the news yesterday. His last name's Smith, and he's talking about he's either going to – he got drafted second round by the Cleveland Guardians. And he made an announcement yesterday that he's either going to go to LSU, like, he got offered.
Or JUCO.
Or JUCO.
Yeah.
And that was another one that was interesting, and you talked about that yesterday.
Yes, we did.
And again, development. Second day in a row we're talking about development for baseball pitchers.
Yes, and what is development?
It's getting your confidence up, learning the skills, and being able to use it in the right way to where you can figure out how to beat the batter.
Yeah, everybody's talking about Jacob Mizorowski. He's 24 years old. He's a grown – he looks like he just hit puberty. I mean, he's got bumps on his face. I mean, he looks – but he's 24 years old. And so, when you're – he's a grown man.
Yeah.
He's 24, right? So, that guy understands what's going on. It's either go to LSU and possibly sit the bench and not see it, or go to JUCO and perfect your pitches and be unstoppable. Because you know what the difference between pitching on a mound in the pros and pitching on a JUCO as far as like the mound and the distance?
What's the difference?
Nothing.
Oh, God.
There's no difference. If you go over to play at Gulf Coast College, Gulf Coast State College for the Commodores, for our friend of the show, Tyler Younger, and you go over there and you perfect pitches and you get everything right, it's the same mound that's going to be at Wrigley Field or at Truist Park. And obviously you'll have a better batters up there. That's a big deal. But it's the same distance, same size mound. Go get those innings. I'm a big proponent of it. We've had guys on our show and that have talked about it, that have been – if you're sitting in the bullpen watching SEC games, you're not learning anything.
Yeah, you're not.
So, go get the reps. Go do that.
Perfect your art.
My wife said I heard that. So. Does either of you guys got an extra room at your house?
I do.
All right. Well, I'll text you if I need it. Just depends on if I can make it up.
With Remy.
He gets stuck with
I
Remy.
can't do that. My eye will start itching and twitching.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so let's talk about it. It was announced today, and this is disgusting to me. I can't believe we've already went here. This is where we are in college football. It's another.
What happened?
It's another.
List?
It's another thing that is causing me to be aggravated, that we're watching college football go away from being an amateur sport to being a semi-pro, just the next level from the NFL, which we already kind of knew was going in that direction. Chase has decided to be the logo on the Ohio State Buckeye uniform. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank is going to be – you're going to see the logo of Chase on there, and they're paying Ohio State $17 million
per
year to have that logo on their jersey. Now, Notre Dame, they said, hold my beer.
Oh, no.
SoFi
is
paying Notre Dame $18 to $20 million to have their logo on Notre Dame's uniform.
What does
this
18
year.
to 20 mean? Is you win a national title, you can pay 20?
Probably. They're probably going to do that. Now, also, just so you know, Notre Dame has made as much as the entire Big 12 conference did with their deal with Monster Energy Drink. So Monster Energy Drink has made a deal with the Big 12, and just the patch that Notre Dame's wearing is more money than the deal that Monster Energy Drink made with the whole conference of the Big 12.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to bring that up. That was just something that I thought was kind of,
So who is the SEC going to get? Chick-fil-A or Waffle House?
I don't know. I mean,
maybe it should be Coca-Cola.
LSU, who are they getting?
LSU?
They're getting
Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's.
I mean, that's the official chicken of LSU.
Right. And, I mean, we had already saw where I think Oklahoma and Texas both have already come out with theirs. They're
really?
going to have theirs.
Yeah. So here's what's interesting.
Do you like
now.
it, though?
Well, I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because Ohio State hates blue.
Right.
And Chase is blue and white.
Blue and white, yeah.
So I'm sure the little emblem that they have is going to be white on their jersey. Hopefully they're going to have the Chase in white because I think they're allergic to blue.
I don't think that's going to be a problem. I honestly, when you look at it, I just.
So who do you want to see sponsoring Alabama? Not Jax.
No. But I'm going to show you a picture of it. They're actually going to go white with the red. Yeah.
Yeah. All white, no blue.
All white, no blue.
Yeah, they said, you got to get rid of that blue.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to let them have blue. But, I don't love it. And, do you like it, though? I mean.
I don't really like it. I know it's coming, though. I just hope it just doesn't look like NASCAR when it's all over with.
Right.
Yes, the patches all over the place.
Well, they got to have a patch on their jersey, got to have a patch on their pants, they got to have a patch on their helmet. That's probably where they're going to go first. They're not going to have a bunch of. They're not going to have a. They're going to have a patch on their shoe. I mean,
well, the shoes they've already been having shoe deals,
and they've already done that with the stadiums. They've already got sponsors for the stadiums and all that. So I guess it's inevitable. There's no reason to be upset about it. I do want to rewind to something that I wanted to talk about real quick before we get diving into our college football for the day. I know this don't matter to you, but Madden came out with their rankings today, and there's 6 names that they gave the highest ranking to, which is a 99. They never give 100. They give a 99.
Okay.
All right. And
Mahomes is not one of them.
No.
Wow.
Patrick Mahomes is not a 99. See if you can guess one of them. Did you see the list already?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen is on the list. Bone Crusher, you want to give a little shot at this? They only give 6 players. Josh Allen's already been taken off the board, so 5 players left in the NFL that it could be a defense player or an offense player getting a 99.
Man, I'm going to have to think about that. I don't know if anyone deserves a 99.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry did not get a 99.
Not Stafford.
Yes, Matthew Stafford.
What?
Yes.
They gave it to Stafford?
Yes, Matthew Stafford gets a 99.
99?
Yep.
Stafford.
I mean, how fast can he even run? Unless he's got Michael Vick's speed, how are you going to give him a 99?
It can't be Saquon Barkley.
No. Nope.
Yeah, I'm hoping that.
No running backs.
Who would be the wide receiver? I guess it'd be Chase.
Jamar Chase is a 99.
Jamar Chase is
But he's not the only wide receiver in the group.
Well, it's not Jefferson.
Nope.
Who could be the other wide receiver? Lemon? The guy who went in the first round?
No rookies.
So. Well, I don't know. They're fresh legs.
No.
Okay.
JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah. He has been even getting better, even in the pros.
And then the other, so we got
Smith and Jigba. We got Derrick Henry, you said?
No, Chase, Stafford, Allen.
And Allen. That's 4 of the 5.
I'm going to give you number 5. You'll never get 6. I'll give you 5. Myles Garrett, 99.
Myles Garrett.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't think defensive players actually got rankings
so,
like that,
and
but I
then,
guess they do.
And then a tight end is the other 99.
Is it the Raiders?
No. Brock Bowers? No.
Yeah.
Nope. Trey McBride from the Arizona Cardinals
come on, man.
got a 99.
You got to be kidding me.
He absolutely did get a 99.
Did he pay for that?
I don't know.
McBride.
Yeah, so there you go. I want to give out the
He's always a bridesmaid.
I want to give out the because you would have never guessed that in a million years. You'd have never.
I would have guessed 200 people over him easily.
Yeah, and so Well, I'm going to give you the power rankings via Fox Sports today. They come out with it. Number 1, obviously, being the Rams. Number 2, the Broncos.
Yeah.
Number 3, the Ravens. Number 4, Seattle. Number 5, the Patriots. Number 6, Buffalo. Number 7, the Eagles. Number 8, the Bears. Number 9, the Texans.
Oh, wow.
And then number 10, here you go, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, wow.
Put them at number 10.
Every year they're like, oh, it's the Bengals year, it's the Bengals year. And guess what? It hadn't been Bengals year yet.
Number 11, Jacksonville. Number 12, San Francisco. Number 13, KC.
Okay. San Francisco is going to drop out of there, and KC's going to move up.
Number 14, the Chargers. Number 15, the Lions. Are the Lions going to be back?
Yeah.
They had the bad year last year. Are they coming back?
Yeah,
Are they going to be in the top 10?
Well,
that's the question.
I mean, they were in the top, 13 last year?
Yeah.
Because they had a winning record.
Green Bay Packers, number 16. Minnesota Vikings, 17.
So that's the interesting name that you didn't ask me about in comparison was Love.
Yeah.
You've written him off.
Yeah, I have.
You don't think he's top 15?
No, I don't.
Do you think he's top 20?
Yeah. Only because the ones that are about to lose their job are still here. That's the only reason.
Yeah, because the last 12 are losing their job.
I mean, they're all losing their job.
Wow.
17 is the Vikings. 18 is the Carolina Panthers. 19 is the Cowboys.
So the Bucks are below the Panthers.
The Bucks are number 20. And the Giants are 21.
Okay.
The Falcons are 22. The Colts are 23. The Steelers are 24. They got the Saints at 25. They believe in.
So did the Browns fall because of Myles Garrett is gone?
Maybe.
They at the bottom.
The team that everybody thought was going to be a chance to win it all last year, the Commanders at number 26. So they're not feeling it.
They're got to
Jaden
be
Daniels.
higher also.
Cam Ward's 27 with the Tennessee Titans. 28th is the Browns. 29th is the Los Angeles or Oakland or Las Vegas Raiders. I just call them all that. The Jets are number 30.
2 more teams below the Jets. Who could it be?
The Dolphins. And then the Arizona Cardinals with that number 99, Trey McBride.
Wow.
Getting passes from Carson Beck.
You think the Jets can be higher than 30?
I think the Jets are going to be the worst team in football.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I do.
I'm going to write that down.
Write it down.
In this day.
Yeah. I'm just telling you. But again, I know it's way early.
Oh, yeah.
They're reporting today.
Yeah. Or tomorrow. Some of them are tomorrow.
Some are tomorrow, but most of them are today, or a lot of them are today.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering whether or not, these guys that are teeter-tottering, are they going to finally get in and do the things like your C.J. Strouds, like your Bryce Youngs? Are those guys? What's going to happen with Kyler Murray? Is Sam Darnold going to have a curtain call? Is he going to come again? Is Stafford going to play hurt? Is he going to play through? Are those guys going to be able to do it? And what about Dak? What about Mahomes? Is he back? What about Herbert? Is he finally going to take the next step?
Yeah.
Is Jones going to have another great year and stay healthy with the Colts? Is Bo Nix going to really be able, now that they're going to be the favorite going into most games that they play, is Bo Nix going to be the Bo Nix of Auburn, or is he going to be the Bo Nix of Oregon, or he's going to be a little bit of both? You know what I mean? Like, is Caleb Williams finally going to be the guy? He got the cover. Is he going to get hurt? Is it Madden cursed or not? You know what I mean? So it makes you wonder how it's going to go. We're going to go ahead and go to the phone lines. We got Sean on the line from Panama City. Sean, what's going on, my friend?
Not much. What's going on with you guys?
We're having a great time here. What do you think about these rankings?
Yeah, I came in. I just come out of Walmart and got in the car again, and I came in and y'all were down. I'm not sure exactly where, and I was like, they sound like they're reading off some power rankings from the NFL. Whose list was that? I mean,
it was just a Fox Sports one that they had just put out that I just wanted to kind of get Jeffrey's opinion about it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then I was listening, and then I was like, well, because I came in around 20, I think, and when you were going down, and I was like, I ain't heard my team yet. And then I heard, and then I was like, he said, all right, we're at the Jets, or I think what number 30?
Yeah, the Jets are 30.
And Jeff said, are there 2 teams below them? And then I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, my team, I have a bleak fall ahead of me as usual lately.
Yeah, with them Dolphins.
So my Dolphins were 31, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
And the Cardinals are 32, and so I'm like, Are you serious? I mean, I don't pay much attention, to the coming and goings of the players, except I know that we finally got rid of that quarterback that we had to wrap in bubble wrap, and got part-time work out of him. And when he did play, he was, he wasn't lights out. But I don't know if we're like, is a covered bear a quarterback, or what's the, just your two opinions, what is the, in a quick synopsis of why did we lose a lot of players since last season?
They did a dump on good players, and they brought in Malik Willis.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Malik Willis has not really proven himself. Last year he had an okay year, and they think that he might be the future. And he was at Green Bay?
Yeah, and that's who came to the Dolphins to be the head coach now. Is from Green Bay, so he brought him with him. Yeah, so it's going to see.
They're hoping that he has an upside.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at it in two ways, and that would be the way that the Raiders have done their team, and then now you look at the Cardinals, what they're doing. They're kind of attacking, and it's basically what Tennessee's done. They're attacking positions that they think is going to be longevity positions for them. And I think this is just going to be one of those years for the Dolphins where they're going to take it on the chin a lot, and they're going to get a high draft pick next year, maybe get one or two in the top draft picks, and then they're going to start a rebuild, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's good. It's hard. It seemed like in a rebuild most of the time, too, it was there. But anyways, what my other team? Maybe I can follow them, and maybe they'll give me some wins. Where did the Bucks fall?
They're at 20. So again,
not much better.
So I disagree with that one because they are not 20. They're probably more like 15 or 16. The Panthers are ahead of them, and that's just wrong.
Well, I did hear or saw something on the little ESPN last evening bottom line ticker that Vita Vea is requesting a trade because of I guess they've stalled in his contract extension talks or something. Is he still? If the Bucks lose him one way or the other, is he still a valuable defensive lineman, or is he past his prime?
He's definitely past his prime, but he can give you a couple of plays on series that'll be beneficial. He can stop the run. That whole deal. Yeah. So, he's still on the back end of his career, but he's definitely somebody that a contender might want to grab. But it's alarming to me that him and you got your quarterback coming into the season, you're unable to get deals done before the season starts. Baker Mayfield walks into the building today without a deal. He said, I'm not going to do any more negotiating while the season's going. So this might be the last deal with Baker, too.
He doesn't. Is he under contract for this season?
Yes, he's just this season.
Okay, but he should still. He's not talking about sitting out, is he?
No. He's coming to play. He's got 1 year left on his contract, and he's going to play that one.
And then of course, and then hope that he goes to the highest bidder, or whether it's the Bucks or somebody else.
Jeff thinks he's going to the Cowboys.
Yeah, because I thought I saw him. In fact, I saw him interviewed in the last couple of days. He was wearing his headband, and it was he was being interviewed. So I was like, don't tell me he's not going to play, because that would be bad news.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
All right, well, I appreciate it. I'll let you guys go, but I just wanted to chime in when I heard that. I was like, maybe the Bucks will squeak into the playoffs and then get blown out by somebody. But
all right, Sean. Well, sounds good, man. Thanks for calling, man. We appreciate you. All right, bye.
Well, if you think about it, and this is a big into the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the Rams win their division and the Seahawks are the best wild card, the winner of the South is probably going to play the Seahawks.
Yeah, true.
And there's a good chance it could be a blowout.
I don't know about blowout. There were times where Seattle wasn't at their best.
Yeah.
And they squeaked out of a game or two.
Squeaked out
and that's what happens. And you can say it that championship teams sometimes just find a way to win.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I do want to say that Scott Mills said that there will be a 7-9 football team that makes the playoffs.
8-9, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah, 8-9
because they're now 17.
Yeah,
schedule.
17 now.
8-9. I'm just wondering, is that going to be the last wild card?
It'd have to be.
You think? Because if the Steelers are ranked this low, the Ravens the only. Well, no, they have the Bengals up pretty high also.
Yeah.
So that, I don't think now. It'd have to be the last wild card.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the Bucs are going to win their division at 8-9.
Well, you know as well as I do, for years they've been saying Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
And they've just run into Patrick Mahomes every single year, and none of those guys have won.
Yeah.
Will they go their whole career without winning a Super Bowl?
Well, Derrick Henry's been 2 years at the Ravens, and I've been saying, oh, man, they got to go to the Super Bowl. They got to go to the Super Bowl.
New coach, I don't see it. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see a rookie head coach taking a team to the Super Bowl. I just don't see it.
Yeah, it's very rare. Very, very rare.
But, I mean, obviously,
but didn't you
Vrabel
think it was a
did
match
last year.
made in heaven? I did.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do too. We're going to go ahead and take our break. When we come back, we will get into some of this college football talk that we've been waiting on. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Wow. Ended up winning Big Fish for the tournament. But while it was in our live well, it spit up a brim that was the size of my hand. It's a good. Can you stuff the other fish back in the other fish? No, when they regurgitate stuff like that, you lose the weight. So it's like competitive eating. Done stuff. Yeah,
the hot dog guy. Yeah.
I mean, so
weekday mornings 7 to 9, ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Tuesday. For tonight, clear skies and a low of 85 with a gentle breeze out of the west-southwest around 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow morning, mostly sunshine with temps around 92. In the afternoon and evening, a likelihood of thunderstorms and some clouds and a temperature near 92. Moving into Thursday, about the same with a high of 88 and likely thunderstorms. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
Canes fans, the 2026 Miami Hurricanes football season will be here before you know it, and there's no better place to experience it than inside Hard Rock Stadium. Feel the energy of the crowd, the excitement of game day, and the moments you can't fully experience from your couch. Season tickets are the best way to make sure you don't miss a snap, a score, or a signature Canes moment all season long. Lock in your seats today at MiamiHurricanes.com/football. That's MiamiHurricanes.com/football.
The new Sports Blitz.
Oh, yeah!
Rants, hot takes, and huge reactions are incoming on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
We are back live and local right here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. For you that have been listening or you that have not, the Braves will not be playing tonight. We had them scheduled at 6 o'clock. But they got a little rain in Atlanta. No, not in Atlanta, in New York. So they're not going to be able to play. So it's flooding up there. Just kidding. But either way, if you want to call in and be a part of this show, you can be. The Tropical Spas and Pools phone line is wide open. 850-215-6290 is the way you do that. You know, we've been talking a lot about the NFL, and we're going to move over to talk about college. And before we do, Gator Jamie said that the Bucs just want to see Baker get through a whole season injury-free. So there you go.
Wow.
He was injured, like, again, I watched that Netflix story, and he had a part with his shoulder, he had a part with his knee, he struggled. And, Teddy Bridgewater's the backup, and there were times where they thought they were going to have to go with – there were times during the season last year that they thought Teddy Bridgewater was going to be the starting quarterback coming in on Monday. But Baker somehow, some way found himself on the field. Do you think Baker Mayfield – now, I already know you love him. You got him in your top 10, all of that. Is Baker Mayfield the toughest quarterback in the NFL right now? Will play through anything and be on that field and give you the best chance. because you can't say Burrow, you can't say Jackson. I mean, because those guys, you can't say Mahomes. Now, these guys had major issues. Turf toe.
He played 17 games last year.
Mm-hmm.
He played 17 the year before that. Mm-hmm. And he played 17 the year before that.
Mm-hmm.
In the regular season, not including postseason.
Mm-hmm.
It's 51 games. It's the most you could play in 3 regular seasons.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the guy being injury prone? No, you want to talk about injury prone? Talk about Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not talking
about Mayfield.
Michael Penix.
He may have injuries, but the boy's going to be out there because he wants to play.
Yeah.
He wants to be in the game. He did it back-to-back years, the Cleveland Browns. 5 of his 8 seasons, he's played the whole entire regular season. And we're worried about this guy being injury prone? He's playing with injuries.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could even that. How does that enter your mind?
He's
tough.
The toughest quarterback in the NFL. Is he number 1 though, as being toughest?
Probably. Now, there's different levels of injuries. We know that.
Because Josh Allen, he's played hurt.
Yeah.
But he has missed games.
And you know what? There's that one clip of Stafford when he was the Lions, when he took that shoulder injury.
Yeah.
And he stayed in there.
Stayed in the game.
That's a tough guy.
Yeah.
But
that's
only a one-off.
You'd put Stafford in the top 5 probably.
Oh, yeah. As far as toughest goes?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Toughest quarterbacks. Come on, give me your top 5.
God.
Come on.
It's not Lamar Jackson.
Nope. I'm going to go Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
Stafford. Okay.
I'm going to throw in
ain't Brock Purdy.
No. I'm going to throw in somebody that you probably don't.
Mahomes?
I'm going to throw in somebody that you probably don't, because he's not a starter normally, but he started a lot.
Okay.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
a big guy.
He's 6'6", 250.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
He takes some hits.
I mean, I will say Josh Allen, because he has played
hurt.
Injuries, and they've wrapped him and all of that. And then number 5, I mean.
It ain't anybody young. I'm not saying anything about this younger generation, but these guys got to get tough.
Yeah. Man, it's hard because, you start to think, I mean.
Who plays with injuries.
Yeah.
And looks tough out there. It's not Bryce Young.
It might be Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
It might be.
Yeah.
I mean, because he's a big guy.
Yeah.
As far as thickness, and he takes a lick. So, who do you think? I mean, obviously, there's going to be guys that it'd be so hard to say who's the toughest quarterback to ever play. You know what I mean? Because these guys were just like, like Ronnie Lott, for example. He broke his pinky. And he told him on the sideline, cut the tip of it off.
Oh, my God.
He cut the tip of it off.
Yeah.
They say, well, you can't play this way. You can't tape it. It's broke sideways. He said, cut it off. I'm getting back in the game. And he cut it off.
The guys playing in the 70s were next level, and that's not Gen X guys. That's the baby boomers and all that.
Well, I don't know any of that
Those guys
stuff.
Were almost mental with their toughness.
Yeah.
I mean, they just were just a different breed.
But in our time,
I'm
going to say one guy, and you're probably going to agree with me. You have to. And I am not talking about if you like him or whatever, and it's because he's big. But Ben Roethlisberger was a tough sucker. I mean, he was a tough dude.
People would go to tackle him and had a hard time bringing him down.
Right.
Because he was so big.
But he was so big. But he was hit so many. I would love to see the numbers on how many times he was hit. Brett Favre was a tough joker. I mean, he was tough.
Yeah.
I mean.
He was a country boy.
Yeah.
A good old strong country boy.
But I'm just saying, like, some of these guys, I mean, just crazy how big and strong they were. All right, so let's get over.
I mean, wide receivers really aren't in our list.
No.
That's not the guys.
Well, that's they're the pretty boys. They're the ones that get the big contracts. They go up and catch it with one hand and fall down. They go across the middle with alligator arms. They don't want to stretch out too far. They don't want them ribs broken.
Steve Largent is probably one of the toughest ones.
Yeah, I mean, there's some, obviously there's some guys that were
I knew you were
tough.
gravitating towards somebody a little bit not of that age group of the baby boomers, but Mean Joe Green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys were, but they were defense.
Lambert.
Those guys on defense were like our earlier caller was talking about, were just like absolute animals. Like,
yes.
They would fight each other on the – I mean, anybody that would fight his own teammate on the plane to make them emergency land because they fighting and tearing up the plane.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. They're crazy, right? You talk about good teammates. They won championships in with the Steelers, with Terry Bradshaw and all those guys.
Yeah.
But they were fighting on their plane. So –
you know what's the sad part is if somebody's pretty, you don't think that they're tough. But I'm going to tell you right now. No.
I can't believe you just said
Troy
that.
Aikman.
Pretty.
Troy Aikman.
All right.
You would think that this guy's all made up and everything, but the guy was actually pretty tough.
All right. Can I make a statement real quick?
Don't say the word pretty on the show.
Help us.
Let me just make a statement real quick. Being the host of this show, my name is Paul Wilson, and let the record show that no man is pretty to me. All right? Now, Jeffrey can call all these men pretty.
How about pretty boy? He's a pretty boy.
Can we get Jeff's top 10
prettiest NFL players, starting from one to –
my goodness.
No, this is not suitable.
No, but he's a pretty boy. He gets, like, makeup done, and his hair's got to be a certain way and all that kind of stuff. Troy Aikman's a pretty boy. Am I not right?
Yeah,
he's a pretty boy.
I get what you're saying.
But he was actually a pretty tough guy.
Yeah, I mean, those guys in the 80s were tough.
Yeah.
I mean, they were. Joe Montana, he was tough.
Yeah.
You know, those guys.
Steve Young
was really tough. He was one of the toughest ones, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he just got hit a bunch.
Yeah.
I mean, you know. But I will say, you know, for the record, that, I'm not calling
We're not having any
pretty.
rankings on pretty boys.
No,
not on this show.
We're absolutely not. Let's get over to some of the things that we wanted to talk about today. You know, we talk about a lot, you know, and I know the Big Ten Media Days, we're probably going to really start talking about them tomorrow. The Big Ten Media Days is going on right now. For whatever reason, it's just not as big as stories coming out of the Big Ten Media Days, even though they've got, you know, some new coaches coming in. But it's a lot of familiar faces. So, you know, and again, it's not Lane Kiffin. You know, Lane Kiffin's in the SEC, and he's the king of college football right now with all of his stuff that goes on. But let's talk about the teams that are on the outside looking in. They're going to have other teams that's going to make the college football playoff. Last year it was James Madison and Tulane. You know, those guys, whether they deserved it or not, whether people thought they did or not, they're definitely – there's going to be those. Mm-hmm. James Madison's coach left, and he went to USC, right? I mean UCLA. Yep, UCLA. And Tulane's coach obviously went to the University of Florida. So does that automatically – so you got Billy Napier at James Madison, and I'll have to look up who's at Tulane, but – does that automatically disqualify that team from making it? Because the best players that were at Tulane, I would guess, are at Florida now. The best players that were at JMU is at UCLA now. So I would say if you're going to do any kind of betting, don't bet on James Madison or Tulane to be in the top this year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Now, you know way more about this than I do, so give us your – talk about some of these teams that possibly – I know one team that I'm looking at that's possibly going to make some noise, especially – and it's going to make a lot of Gator fans perk their ears up. But
really?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Who is it?
UNLV.
UNLV. Okay.
Yeah. I think UNLV is going – I think Dan Mullen with Jackson Arnold, the former five-star recruit that went to the University of Auburn and played at Oklahoma. He's at his third school now. Jackson Arnold is going to be with Dan Mullen at UNLV. Say what you want to about Dan Mullen. He was the offensive coordinator with Tim Tebow. Jackson Arnold can run the football. Again, not calling him Tim Tebow by any stretch, but Jackson Arnold is probably going to flourish. I would say he's going to be getting a lot of hype, especially with that schedule. But go ahead.
Okay, so there was a ranking. And it had 4 teams that were ranked up in there. And I actually looked up 2 of these teams as potential, because I had a list of 6 teams I was wanting to go look at.
Yeah.
And I looked at their schedule, and I ranked their 4 big opponents and everything, But my 6 are only 2 in common with the top 4 percentage-wise for making the playoffs. And the first one is it's one that you just can't forget, and it wasn't one there last year. Boise State.
Yeah.
The percentage for them to make the playoffs is 36 to 53%.
Wow.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go into FPI talking about that, the power index after we talk about who these major opponents are of these teams. The other three teams, one of them is a Western team, but it's not UNLV. It's San Diego State is the second highest percentage to make the playoffs.
Wow.
From the group of 6 is what they're calling it now, because the Pac-12 is
yeah,
it's really the Pac-8.
Yeah.
Tulane is ranked third best, and Navy is fourth. So, of course, I had Tulane in my research and Boise State, but I did not have Navy or San Diego State. And part of the reason is San Diego State also, on the 6 teams that I'm looking at to watch, San Diego State pops in a few of these teams' opponent. So they're playing a tough schedule.
So if they want to be there, they got to Ric Flair it. They got to beat them. If you want to be the man, you got to beat the man, right?
Yeah.
So that's the deal. Well, we're going to dive all the way into it. We're going to go ahead and take our break, but I was going to let you know that August the 1st, Duplay, 287 Aberdeen Parkway, right here in Panama City. It's this Saturday. From 11 to 7 p.m., they're going to have their open house 1-year anniversary. You don't want to miss it. You want to be there. It's going to be awesome. They're going to have giveaways. They're going to have free entry. It's going to be an awesome time for you to go in and look at this place. You want to have somewhere for your kid to go while they start back school, that they go and have a good time in supervised environment, controlled environment. Duplay is your place. 287 Aberdeen Parkway in Panama City. They're right there by the Lynn Haven Sports Complex. You can go on their website at duplayonline.com, or you can go to their Facebook page at Duplay. When we come back, we're going to dive into this. We're going to talk about it because I'm curious to see who's actually going to make it. You're listening to the Sports Blitz. Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
Let's remember about guys like Lane Kiffin. And this is true. They say it down south, and that's not nothing. Zebras don't change their stripes. They just change their watering holes. He's still Lane Kiffin. And I came up for a term for him. He's a narciopath. That's a combination of a narcissist and a sociopath, okay? He is not going to change.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Your safety and proper care of your boat in an emergency is crucial. When it comes to on-water assistance, response time is everything. And since 1996, in the Bay or on the Gulf, it's SeaTow. SeaTow's Coast Guard licensed captains are on the scene in an average of 1 hour or less. SeaTow gets members home or back to boating faster. Become a member today at SeaTow.com or call 850-234-2323.
Canes fans, the 2026 Miami Hurricanes football season will be here before you know it, and there's no better place to experience it than inside Hard Rock Stadium. Feel the energy of the crowd, the excitement of game day, and the moments you can't fully experience from your couch. Season tickets are the best way to make sure you don't miss a snap, a score, or a signature Canes moment all season long. Lock in your seats today at MiamiHurricanes.com/football. That's MiamiHurricanes.com/football.
Hewitt Tire and Auto has been in business in Panama City forever. Locals taking care of locals. From the smallest to the largest vehicles, they do it all. But don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts.
Hewitt Tire and Auto, your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
ESPN Northwest Florida advertisers get results. Here's Max Fit Sports Nutrition owner Jason Kovaleski.
So if you're looking to advertise, or if you have a small business and you're looking to drive traffic to your store, check out ESPN 104.3 with Coach James Hale Show. I've been working with them for 7 years. They've driven a lot of traffic to my business. I get people all the time in my store that say, hey, I've heard you're on the radio. It's one thing to advertise on the radio where people may hear it. It's another thing to be able to come on, talk to your customers directly. It's just one of the best form of advertisements I did, and I've gotten great returns off of it. So if you're looking for some form of advertisement to drive traffic, check out Coach Hale Show on ESPN. Contact Coach Hale, and he'll hook you up and get you started in the right direction and get you a lot more business.
Get results for your business. Call ESPN Northwest Florida, 850-215-4468. 850-215-4468.
Your favorite team is garbage.
Dallas? I don't want you going to Dallas at all.
And we're here to explain why.
That place is crawling with crackheads and debutantes, and half of them play for the Cowboys.
It's time to take out the trash on the Sports Blitz on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson right here, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, your spot for the Atlanta Braves. Don't forget, the Braves will not be playing tonight. They got rained out up in New York. They'll be doubling up tomorrow in a doubleheader. We'll let you know on coverage times. If you want to be a part of this show, all you got to do is call the Tropical Spas and Pools phone line, 850-215-6290. You can call in or text in on that line. We'll respond, as well as you can go on our Facebook page. Why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you comment, like, or even share the post of the live video? We would appreciate it. And if you're not friends with us on Facebook, go on there and like us and follow us. That way you can know what's going on all around the town. We can give you updates on the weather. We can get you to good food places. And we also can tell you whether or not Jeffrey thinks anybody in the NFL is good looking. But either way, we're back and ready to go. Jeffrey is giving us the lowdown on these, and we talked about it, and you said it at the break, we talk about the top 12 best teams in college football, and this is not it, unfortunately. This is not it. But they've got to weigh in.
One's going to get in.
One's going to get in because Notre Dame this year is going to be the automatic bid this year. Remember,
if they're ranked in the top 12.
If they're ranked in the top 12, Notre Dame automatically gets in, which inevitably kicks out that other team that had gotten in last year, which would have been either Tulane or James Madison, and they would have slid Notre Dame in if that would have been the rule from last year. So there you go. What?
Actually, I think it would have left Miami out.
Oh, somebody would have been left out.
Yeah, Miami would have been left out, who made the national championship.
Even though they beat Notre Dame, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wrap your brain around that.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to wrap your head around this one because Boise being the highest percentage, according to the experts, which is not me, I'm going to tell you the three big games that they have at Oregon.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Early in the
I didn't know that. I didn't know Boise's playing Oregon.
Yeah, at Oregon.
Let me ask you a question.
That's a hard place to play, Paul.
Okay, let's stop right there. If they play Oregon and get curb stomped, should they automatically be out?
No.
What?
They got to run the table, though. They got to run the table.
This is where we get into it right here. This is the problem that I have with everything and everybody. If we're saying these guys have got to go play, what is the number one game everybody remembers from last year from Alabama?
Florida State loss.
In the regular season.
Oh, Georgia?
What happened in the
in the playoffs? Beating Oklahoma?
No, losing to Indiana by
38-3.
But what I'm saying is, if these smaller teams cannot compete with the larger teams, say Oregon loses 3 games this year, but they beat the dog out of Boise, Boise has no business of being in the playoffs.
So if they go 11-1, win their conference championship, they're 12-1. Oregon's left out at 9-3.
And if Oregon beats the mess out of them, I'm talking 42.
28?
I'm saying 42-14 or something.
42-14. That's a 28-point win.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, if they do
and they'll say, recency bias. Boise State got better as the season went along. Yeah. Hogwash.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's not my number one pick. But they got at Oregon, and then they got Memphis and San Diego State in their schedule.
Right.
Very easy to go 11-1 with this schedule. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Memphis is not what they used to be.
And neither is UCF. Do they have UCF on their schedule?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Because UCF, that's who beat them last year, right? Early on?
South Florida.
No, South Florida.
South Florida. Which their coach has gone to Auburn.
Auburn, yeah.
Okay. So that's funny that you mentioned this, because guess who's next up on my list?
Don't say it.
It's South Florida.
Rookie head coach?
Yes, it doesn't matter.
It does. It does matter.
They're winning games last year, even if they barely slipped by the Gators by 2 points.
But they
beat an SEC team.
Yeah, but they
got beat by Miami pretty good.
They had a good coach. The coach is now in the SEC.
Okay.
This new guy, you don't even know his name. Neither do I.
No, I don't.
Okay.
But they got at Army, winnable.
Yeah. Well, if you can't beat Army, you need to quit.
You can't stop a run is all it is.
Yeah, that's all it is.
They barely even pass.
It's a wishbone.
At UTSA, Texas San Antonio, who was not very good last year. They only won 7 games. But the previous year, I think they won like 11 or something like that. Anyway, Memphis and Tulane.
Wow, South Florida's going to go undefeated.
Well,
That's terrible.
The Memphis and Tulane games are at home.
Tulane is not going to be any good anymore because all their good players left with John.
So if they beat Memphis, Tulane, Texas San Antonio, and Army, we could be looking at a 12-0 South Florida.
Yeah. Could be looking at a 12-0 South Florida team that's played not one team that would lose to Auburn, that would lose to Missouri, that would lose to maybe Vanderbilt, definitely A&M, Alabama, Georgia. I mean, come on.
If they get to play Navy or North Texas in the conference championship and they go 13-0, they're in.
North Texas lost their coach. They're not going back.
Well, you say the same thing about South Florida, too.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's top 2 right there, right? UNLV, I'm going to agree with you quite a bit. Dan Mullins is there and everything. They got some talent. They're playing Memphis, at North Texas, North Dakota State, who's making the jump up to Division I.
They're making the jump, yep.
Yeah. And then at Air Force, who only won 4 games last year. It was a bad year for Air Force. They're usually better than that, though.
You wasted the ink on your paper writing Air Force.
Okay, so, yeah, you're definitely right on that one. Probably North Dakota State also, because making the jump is going to be hard for them. They can play top talent where they weren't before.
James Madison, though, made the jump.
Yes.
They were
Kennesaw State's made the jump.
Yeah, but they're not
Jacksonville
successful.
State has been making the jump.
But
they're winning conferences.
They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're not becoming James Madison. James Madison made the college football playoff.
Yes.
Like they were in the games.
Yeah.
Even though they lost.
So UNLV, Memphis, North Texas, North Dakota State, Air Force, it's a pretty weak schedule.
Yeah.
They could do it. And they did not join the Pac-12.
Right.
They stayed in the Mountain West. Okay.
Okay, let's stop for just a second.
Yeah.
Do you trust Dan Mullen? I mean, Dan Mullen, okay, there's going to be Florida Gator fans that absolutely think he's terrible and not good.
But his record was like a lot of the other Florida coaches.
Pretty much like everybody else. And even when he left and went to Mississippi State, he did same exact what everybody. He had a better record than Mike Leach at Mississippi State.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't he at Mississippi State when they beat you guys and went to number 1 with Dak Prescott?
I guess
yes.
so. What was that, 2014?
Yeah, Dan
14.
Mullen was, they were ranked
14.
number 1 with a pro-style, running-style quarterback. Now, are we going to see him with Jackson Arnold doing this at UNLV? I'm telling you, right now, go ahead and write it down, mark it down. Paul said UNLV is going to be one of those teams that everybody's going to be like, oh, man. And Dan Mullen is going to be on the board next year as possibility of going to a big job.
Like South Carolina.
Like Florida State.
Ooh, wow. Okay, it's fighting words. You just finished talking about James Madison. We're going to go with James Madison.
Wow. Okay.
At San Diego State. There's San Diego State again.
But I will say this, okay, fairness to you, after Kirk Cignetti left James Madison and went to the next guy who now is at UCLA, he won. I mean, he went to the playoffs. So maybe, maybe these guys are, they've got a coaching tree farm down there that's just creating these coaches. And James
you don't even
Madison,
know their mascot. They're the Dukes.
Okay.
They're the Dukes. So they're playing at San Diego State. at Old Dominion, who actually won 10 games last year. By the way, San Diego State won 9 games last year.
Okay.
So those are 2 road games. Appalachian State had a horrible year last year, did not even have a winning record, but they're at Appalachian State. And then they're playing a 8-win team from last year, Troy. Don't discount the fact that the Sun Belt could have a knockoff game like that because they didn't play in the regular season last year, but James Madison beat Troy pretty convincingly in the conference championship.
Yeah. All right.
So James Madison, it's a possibility.
So let me ask you this.
Weak schedule.
Is it going to be, because all of these guys kind of have a weak schedule, but they all seemingly, like you said early on to start the conversation, they all kind of maybe play each other. So are they going to eliminate each other because they're going to beat this one but lose to this one, beat this one but lose to this one? Is that going to – are they just going to kind of eat themselves like the SEC has done several years in a row?
They are going to do that because the San Diego State one pops up. Where else? Oh, so Boise. Yeah, Boise and James Madison both play San Diego State. San Diego State gets one of these and they're gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Should they have like a play-in game or something? Should they have to play the team that they're going to
So
bump
you want
out?
James Madison and Tulane to play before?
No. I'm talking like last year.
Yeah.
If Miami and Notre Dame were on the outside looking in, and James Madison and Tulane were on the outside looking in, make those two teams play, and then the 2 winners get to go in the and play. You know.
But do you increase it to 16 or keep it at 12?
Well, I mean, if you do 16, you're gonna they're all getting in anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you're gonna keep it at 12, you got to have a way to get, because you don't want, because it wasn't good for the look of the 12-game playoff last year for the blowouts that happened that everybody knew was going to happen, even though Tulane and James Madison all were as good as they could be in their conference.
So let me tell you why Tulane's not making the playoffs this year.
All right, because of John Summerall.
At Duke, at Kansas State, at Army, then they got Memphis, and then they're at South Florida. Tulane is not making the playoffs.
No,
this
they're
year.
not making
They're
the
done.
playoffs.
Okay. If I told you about the power rankings, the FPI that ESPN has, and the comparable teams, and what I did was I went right above and right below, and I wrote down which teams are right above and below these teams. Okay. Boise State has Mississippi State and NC State above and below the. These teams shouldn't be in the playoffs.
No, they're
should
not.
never be mentioned about the playoffs. But that's where Boise State's at.
Yeah.
Tulane is below Kansas and above UCF.
Yeah.
South Florida, Iowa State and Memphis. UNLV, UCF and San Diego State. Yeah. James Madison, Memphis, and Hawaii. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, these teams are not a top 12 team, but they're going to have such a weak schedule that they're going to get to 11-1, probably 12-1 with a conference championship, and then boom, we've got one weakling in it, and they're going to get the 12 seed if it's not Notre Dame.
It's not.
And that's what we're going to be stuck with this year.
And you know what's going to happen? They're going to move the playoffs to more than 12 games, and then they'll solve all this. This is what it's inevitable. It's going to happen. The 12-game playoff is going away after this year. They will do something totally different. If they don't go 16, they'll go 24, and the next thing you know, they'll have plenty of room for everybody to get in.
You'll have a 9-3 in there every year.
Every year you'll get a 9-3 team. It'll be just like the NFL playoffs where there's going to be right at a losing record, and there you go. So either way, that does it for us. We appreciate everybody, all the calls today, all the likes, comments, and all the subscriptions. We appreciate it. We will see you tomorrow. We got a great show started up for you. Have a great night, everybody.
Night after night, the Atlanta Braves take the field with one thing on their minds: getting a W.
Swung on and jolted high in the air, back to the wall, a sonic boom! Braves win it!
Tonight, the division battle rolls on in Queens as Drake